Hello, everyone. This is Kelly Johnson, sitting here live with Professor Davis. Mr. Davis, why don't you tell us about yourself and what you do here at FGCU?
I teach in communication, as you know, and I teach in the interpersonal communication end of our department, interpersonal listening theory, nonverbal. I also used to teach gender, interracial, intercultural, all-time group, and I this year also taught storytelling and performance, and I, of course, teach theories.
And as
And public speaking, excuse me.
as a communications student,
Communication with no S.
communication student, there's a lot of struggles when it comes to preparing to go and choose your classes, registering for classes. A lot of stress is put on students. What are some of the stressful times that you have when registration process is coming about?
Well, for me, I have been for the last 3 years the communication program coordinator, which means that I've been in charge of the schedule, and I'm going to do it for one more year of the schedule. And with the schedule, the biggest difficulty I've had is trying to offer, when I took over, trying to make sure that we offer a good variety of classes at varied times so that students can take morning and afternoon classes and not have all the classes conflicting at the same times, and also so that there are multiple sections of our popular classes.
Are there usually students that are emailing you personally asking to get into a class that they can't get into or anything like that?
No, there used to be a lot of that, and then the wait list. 3 years ago, we implemented or signed on with the advisors to the idea of the wait list, because we were all going through that, and it was terrible. It was like Sophie's Choice, choose you over you, and oh, she's cuter, he's cuter, she's nicer, he's nicer, she's a better student, he's a better student, and it got to be very stressful for teachers. And so the wait list has taken that part away, and then the advisors really are the front line, and they do kind of absorb all of the stress of that, and then in special cases they'll come to us and say, hey, I have this one student who just needs this one class to graduate, and but typically too, we made a big push in our program to be more open early on about what our expectations were for students. For instance, everybody was saving theories to last. And we made a big push 3 years ago to have students take theories in sophomore year. First of all, academically, it's better to take it earlier so that it sets you up for all your other classes in the major. But since it is a required class, taking it earlier too, so you're not, oops, I have to graduate. I have to take that to graduate. That was a big problem. So we set up expectations in our major of trying to get students to take theories and interracial, intercultural earlier on, like sophomore year, because they really do set the foundation for the rest of the major, and then principles of rhetoric and argumentation, and the other core classes too, so that students aren't kind of piling those on at the end when they're designed to really enhance your major and help you with all of your other classes.
I know that it's difficult for students to choose their classes with their senior year coming around. They might not get the classes or whatnot. There's a low 22% of students that graduate from FGCU in 4 years. Why do you think it is such a low rate?
I think it has less to do with what we offer than I think at FGCU we have an inordinate amount of students who work. I was at NYU in New York City previously, and there very few students worked. And here, not only do a lot of our students have jobs, but they have full-time jobs. And so they're trying to squeeze in do 3 classes, 4 classes a semester, and it's really stressing them. We do have students who do 5 and 6 classes a semester, and they end up graduating early, and then we do have other students who graduate on time. I also think it's indicative of students picking their major late. You should be able to do your major in 2 years, or 5 semesters, 2.5 years, but a lot of our students have switched majors late, We've been also battling the hearsay that communication is an easy major. So, like, oh, if I'm out of business or science, now I'm going to take communication. And then they get over here and they're like, what? So that we have a few of those too. But I think it's more of the students managing their own schedule and their own time. I don't think it's so much the system.
Do you think the lack of class options or courses availability for students in the communication department is something that
there's still some of that, but it's not as difficult as it used to be. And it's really, bottom line is we need more teachers. I think this year we had 734 majors, and we have 15 full-time faculty. So and if all 734 of those majors are taking 4 or 5 classes a semester, and you do the math and divide by 15, you're not going to have, granted, students are taking electives and their gen ed classes, but I think this, in the last 2 years, I've noticed a real decrease in students panicking because they can't graduate because of courses.
Do you think that a problem of that would be because of other majors being allowed to take the core communication classes?
I don't know. That's possible. I know I see other majors a lot in theories, and I do see it in some of my elective courses. For instance, nonverbal is a popular course, so we do get some students from other majors because that's a great course for anybody to take. And we are trying to work with the administration and the advisors in closing courses or one section at least just to communication majors. That could be part of it, but I don't think it's a huge problem. I think other majors have a lot of classes that they have to take also, so that when they are taking our classes, typically it's just seniors, except for theories. We do get students. I'm always surprised by students taking theories as an elective from another major. I'm like, really? And then they get in, they think it's going to be some puff communication course, and they're like, wow, So, but this semester I have some sophomores who are from other majors. So.
Okay. And so you would say that hiring more professors for the communication department is one of the main helpful resources that we could go towards.
I think that's paramount, because I think if we're going to offer students the full menu of classes and have not just the core classes, but really have interesting and exciting electives that will enhance your major, enhance your time here, enhance your degree. Last semester I taught the storytelling and performance class, and that was co-taught with the Lang and Lit department, and so the students from both departments got so much out of that. And this semester we have queer theory course, and that's getting really great feedback, and as a very unique class. We teach the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse class, and that in the just a few years has become like a standard class that students from a lot of different majors want to take. And so just offering that, but also what I'd like to see us do more of is offer upper division communication courses in the discipline, such as critical race theory and different rhetoric classes that we're offering only here and there, and political communication, or excuse me, political rhetoric. We only offer every 4 years during the election fall semester of the big national election years. So trying to offer those courses more regularly so that more students get to take different classes, because we offer a lot of classes in our major that we only teach occasionally. So more faculty, I think, is my biggest concern.
Okay. And our biggest question of the day, of the interview, we would like to know what your favorite domestic cat is.
I'm a tabby man.
A tabby man.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Either a gray tabby or an orange tabby, but you can't go wrong with a tabby.
Well, tabbies are the best.
My parents right now have a rescue cat that has 26 toes.
Oh my goodness.
7, 7, 6, and 6, and she's looks like she's wearing oven mitts.
Really?
And she's a gray tabby with the black stripes and the gold flecks, and she's a great cat.
Well, you heard it here yourself.
And I'm a dog guy, so of course I recommend golden retrievers to all.
To all.
Everyone should have one, but even you, Bernard. But the for the domestic cat, yeah, definitely a tabby man.
A tabby man, a tabby man. Well, we'd like to say thank you, Professor Davis, for being on the show today. And stay tuned for our next segment. I'll be talking about Phase 4, the Standard Agenda.
Semester's over.
Bye, guys.